Multiverse theory explained, where science meets divine logic. Dr. Aryan Kapoor had spent most of his life chasing the mysteries of the universe. A theoretical physicist by profession and a deeply spiritual thinker by nature, he believed that science and faith weren't opposites, but complementary paths leading to the same truth. His obsession, the multiverse theory. Late one evening, Aryan sat in his dimly lit lab, his desk cluttered with equations and diagrams. A faint hum emanated from the quantum entangler he'd spent years building. He called it the Observer, a machine designed to detect vibrations from parallel universes. Tonight, it was behaving strangely. The screen flickered, displaying faint patterns, lines, loops, and ripples. Aryan's heart raced. This wasn't noise, it was a signal. Could this be proof, he thought? The idea that infinite universes existed, each slightly different from the other, had always been theoretical. But now, he was on the brink of something extraordinary, a glimpse beyond. As Aryan fine-tuned the machine, he noticed something astonishing. The patterns on the screen weren't random. They resembled ancient symbols he'd seen in Hindu scriptures, mandalas and sacred geometries that represented the cycle of creation, preservation, and destruction. How is this possible? Aryan muttered. He recalled a verse from the Bhagavad Gita. I am time, the destroyer of worlds. Could the multiverse be encoded in ancient texts? Was this the divine logic behind existence? Before he could delve deeper, a sharp burst of light erupted from the observer. The lab trembled, and Aryan was thrown to the ground. When he opened his eyes, the machine was still humming, but now a translucent portal shimmered in the air, crossing the threshold. Against every rational thought, Aryan stepped closer. The portal pulled at him gently. As if inviting him in, taking a deep breath, he stepped through. He found himself in a world that looked like Earth but felt off. The sky was a shade of violet, and the air buzzed with a low melodic hum. Buildings were familiar yet alien, their architecture flowing like liquid. People walked by, but their faces glowed faintly, as if lit from within. Aryan's scientific mind cataloged every detail, but his spiritual side was overwhelmed with awe. Is this what the Vedas meant by higher planes of existence, he wondered, meeting the architect. As Aryan wandered, he encountered a being unlike anything he'd imagined. A tall figure cloaked in shimmering light. Its voice echoed in his mind rather than his ears. Welcome, traveler, it said. You've breached the veil between worlds. Few have ever dared. Who are you? Aryan asked, his voice trembling. I am the architect, the weaver of multiverses. I am the logic behind the chaos, the thread that binds existence. Aryan's breath caught. Are you God? The architect laughed softly. I am not the God you seek, but I am a reflection. Every universe is a canvas, painted by both scientific laws and divine intent together. They create the multiverse, the warning. The architect gestured, and Aryan saw visions of countless worlds. Some were vibrant and teeming with life, others were barren wastelands. Each decision ripples across the multiverse, the architect explained. Every choice creates a new thread, a new reality. But beware. Tampering with this balance invites destruction. Aryan's excitement turned to dread. Destruction. The architect's form dimmed. Before Aryan could respond, the portal behind him began to close. The architect's voice echoed one last time. Use your knowledge wisely. The multiverse is both a gift and a burden. Aryan leapt back through the portal, landing in his lab just as it sealed shut. The observer lay silent, its screen blank for hours. Aryan sat in contemplation. The multiverse wasn't just a scientific concept. It was a tapestry woven with both logic and divinity. His journey had shown him that understanding the universe required more than equations. It demanded faith, humility, and responsibility. As dawn broke, Aryan smiled to himself. The journey wasn't over. It had just begun. And this time, he would navigate the multiverse with both the logic of science and the wisdom of the divine.